My introduction to football was Devin Hester returning a kickoff in the Super Bowl. Whether it's a big Urlacher hit or a big Briggs hit or whatever, everybody had that moment that kind of made them fall in love with Bears football.
Kiran,
Hello?
are you in Hinsdale right now?
Yes, sir.
You want to be a Chicago Bear?
I'd love to. I'd love to, sir.
Awesome.
It's pretty amazing to actually think about finally getting into the NFL and ending up with your hometown team.
Yeah, obviously growing up as a Chicago kid, everybody's a Bears fan here.
Yeah.
Come on. Hello.
The Bears are, the true identity of what Chicago is, tough, gritty team, united and, kind of faces adversity, but, works through it. I think that's kind of who Chicago is. So I'm super proud to be here now and keep working at it. It's been a long time that the city has been feeling like this.
Yeah, after the Bears won, then Michael Jordan came in and they won, and the Blackhawks won, even the White Sox won, and finally the Cubs. So it's a journey, and hopefully you'll be on that journey here with the Bears.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I think I took a unusual path as you did, going to the Ivy League, playing at Yale. But I made it here all the same, and where you went doesn't necessarily determine who you are. It's how hard you work at it.
A lot of people ask me, did you actually get any offers outside of the Ivy League? And I said, yeah, I had full rides to a couple Big Ten teams, and I don't recall exactly why I decided not to take a full ride, but it had a lot to do, I'm sure, of graduating and having an opportunity with a Yale degree going forward. It's a pretty compelling sell.
100%. And I think a lot of people look at it as, you went to Ivy League school, you went to Yale, maybe football wasn't your priority, but I think, for guys like us, football is just as much of a priority as education is, and that you can work hard at both and be successful at both at the same time. I'm sure you kind of had a similar experience, coming out.
It's funny, I never went to Yale thinking that the NFL was even an option.
Yeah.
But if I got the opportunity, hell, why not try?
Yeah.
So I got drafted by Miami, and I ruptured my lung the first month out there, and I got cut on Labor Day, and I was coming home to see my parents, and the Bears did a one-day tryout, and the Bears offered me a contract.
Yeah.
I couldn't even believe it.
What do you think was your biggest challenge coming out?
For me, I was switching from being a wide receiver to being a defensive back. And, I needed some coaching on that. And then when that light goes on, where you go, I can do this. Yeah. Everything's just natural, and it just brings out the best in you. And, I was fortunate to be on some really great teams.
Yeah.
And, I played 12 years. Walter Payton played 13. In his rookie year, he missed one game, but the 12 years he played after that, he was the only starting halfback I ever had in 12 years.
Amazing. Amazing. I wish I could have watched him play. I grew up watching his highlights, obviously, and hearing all about how great of a man he was, on top of how good of a player he was, and he's a legend for sure. I wish I got to watch him.
You would stand on the sideline. We were in a game where we weren't going to win, and he would be going for that extra yard. He wouldn't run out of bounds and just wanted to, get every inch he could. And you're like, well, if this guy isn't going to quit,
why would I?
Yeah, exactly right. But he was a blast to play with.
With the talent that we've had on the defense the last 3 or 4 years, with Wilbur Marshall and Singletary in the middle, and just all the great athletes, it's allowed us to become a much more aggressive and dominating defense.
Eason dragged down by Steve McMichael, fumbles. The Bears have it at hungry Chicago. Finally champions on this January day in New Orleans.
The 85 team and all those teams back then, I'm sure you guys had a lot of fun playing football together.
It just started coalescing because we knew we were on a journey, and we had that opportunity, we had the talent, and it's, can you stay healthy, win the big games. And the entire city was behind it, right? It was like anywhere you went, it was like, wow.
Yeah, no, I think this city is obviously starving for, for a winner. It has been for a long time, but I think we're going to give the city something to root for. We have a lot of guys who are hungry to win, who work together, who love each other. I think we play as a team, and now it's just time to put that on display every weekend.
Snap and a handoff, running wide. There is DeAndre Swift inside midfield to the 45 down the sideline. Touchdown! Touchdown Bears!
So funny as you look back, cliches like team and culture and accountability and all that are pretty real.
100%.
Yeah, but I also, came away with, hey, I was on some teams that weren't so good.
Yeah.
And at the end, to be on some really great teams and to win a Super Bowl, it just gave you a sense of completion.
Yeah.
This is why I really came.
Yeah, and I hope I get that feeling one day.
So do I, man.
I really do.
So do I.
Appreciate you.